So it then meant that those workers that were due to retire under the CPS up to 30th of June have been transited back to the defined benefits scheme. Several other individuals, if you follow in the news, have expressed their worry as it concerns the pension scheme. Several of them have said, well, how can they, that they are not comfortable with this and they would want some sort of adjustments. All right, so Mr. Alex, if you can hear us, please, if you can put it on portrait like you did before, not the landscape view, because now you're upside down. So if you can, or you have someone to help you put it on portrait, that would mean, hello, Mr. Alex, can you hear us?
Yeah, with you.
So if you can put it on portrait and just keep your phone straight rather than landscape.
Are you okay with this?
Oh, no, you're not. You're upside down. So you have to just stand your phone normally, but keep it on portrait, not landscape. Exactly. This is fantastic. Thank you. Much better now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So talk to us about this. The contributory pension scheme. I was trying to give some background into the whole thing so people understand that it's not something new. Some people are describing it as a new pension plan, but it's not really new, is it?
It's not new. Okay, Andrew, thank you very much. I want to appreciate you for this opportunity. Also, at least talk on this topic. This we have what we call defined benefit scheme before now. Yeah. So that benefit scheme is about give an opportunity for public servants to receive what we call a pension payment every month. Based on their salary allowances as of the time you are retiring. So now, after then, around 2004, government introduced a contributory scheme. Then it was 7.5% on the part of government, 7.5% on the part of the employee. But that did not really take effect until 2014. There have been these arguments of the scheme, a lot of people trying to, it's not like a perfect, until when it was on 2014, the act was repealed by the National Assembly. It's for the Pension Act. This is not like an act of House of Assembly, it's a national law. So 2014 provide that the government will pay, as employer, not only government employers will pay 10%, one employee pay 8%. And it's a compulsory scheme. It's not optional, it's compulsory. And it compulsory to the extent that every month, it must, in these 7 days, they must remit same amount from employer and employee to the retirement savings account of every employee, which if you don't do it, it's also a punishable offense by law. It's compulsory. It is not that any employer that has more than 3 employees is compulsory must enroll these employees to this scheme. These are national laws.
Okay.
So, but what happened in Rivers State here is that as of that 2014, the leadership as of that time look at it as wise. Okay, since there are people that are very close to retirement, which their contribution may not be enough to take them home, let them continue with this old scheme. So they can get their retirement benefit, also be getting their monthly pension and get other things. But remember, the law says that 2014 that the defined benefit scheme, for those on defined benefit scheme, they are permitted to stay for within a maximum of 3 years. After 3 years, it transits totally to the contributory scheme. That's what the law says. So, but since that 2014 up till now, as of June, that was the agreement they had with the former leadership, as of June, end of June, that this transition will be completed.
So we'll now begin the contributory pension scheme by July.
Everybody now will now move to the contributory pension scheme. it was not me that took that decision. It was the leadership of the Congress, even the General Negotiating Council was there. And I think part of the system now, they took that decision. That it will terminate on the June. And the benefit of these contributing schemes is that I'm from private sector. I'm contributing, my employer is contributing. I can tell you for now, I'm retirement, what I know that I can target within my take home. And I can begin to plan out to say what I can do with my money. Look, I know that at the end of my service, I don't need any process to go and collect my money. I'll go to my PFA and they'll pay my money immediately. I don't need to be coming to lying down in government house, moving from one office to the other.
Okay.
As of now, as I'm talking now, let me tell you, the people that have left the service, and just be patient with me.
Go on.
The people that have left the service since that until now, they have contributed their own part, 7.5% since this thing started. The government have not been paying their own part. And some persons have left the service and not getting government contribution up to date. And their own contribution is only what they got from the PFA. And again, the terminal I'm talking now, up to 2014, up to date, government is still owing workers. Government cannot pay the terminal benefits. People are dying. They have not gotten their terminal benefits. In the contribution of government, they have not gotten till now.
So in other words,
service, they could not access to it.
You're saying government wasn't paying its own 7.5% to the contributory
government
pension?
Government is not paying since then. It's only workers that are contributing. Government has not been contributing. Since 2014 to date, no government universities have contributed.
Is that why workers are asking for it to be scrapped or stopped? Is that one of their reasons?
No, that should not be a reason. The reason is that government should fulfill their obligation. If it's to be scrapped, how has it benefited us? What about government contributions they're supposed to make all these years? What happened to it? Do we want to let it go like that? It depends on gratuity that you will retire and you will leave service, you will not get it, you will die. Even your children cannot access it as that benefit. Every day, our retirees keep on dying, keep on crying every day in this state. And some people, because somehow they are beneficiary for the public service, they don't care. It's so annoying, unfortunate, that even when we had that meeting, it's not, they say it's less. I did not go to that meeting alone. I went with my executive council members. All the public sector unions were in that meeting, chairman, secretary, represented, including the parastatals. Because all of them were in that meeting. And the meeting was not like a kind of, giving orders. Everybody was given opportunity. There was an interactive session. We discussed, we interacted, everybody. If he did not say anything, that means he refused to say anything. Because we left that meeting.
So what is the worry? What is the worry now?
Political interest.
What is now what is the major problem? What is the major problem with this?
That is the question, because they have refused to inform the civil servant, the public service. I want all the public servants to this to take my very clearly that for those who have left service up to now, where is the terminal benefit? Where is the government contribution? Even the monthly pension, is it enough? Okay, if you retire as a permanent secretary, you think what you are getting now is enough for you? In the next few years, it will be nothing. Today, people are earning 4,000 naira as pension in River State. 6,000 naira monthly as pension in River State. Where would that take them to? But if this contribution provides that at the end of, as soon as you retire, you go to your PFA and you access all your money, collect your money. The defined benefit fund that they contributed before now, government has already invested it up to when you started work to the date the benefit stop. And it's an investment account that is really interest. Even the one that the government said will pay 70% and will pay the backlog arrears based on the current value. As of now, they will pay backward to the day they stop. And they will pay 17% in their own, instead of 10% their own contribution. They'll pay 17%. And again, the issue of gratuity.
Okay, before you
You
get on
know,
with the issue of gratuity, just hold on. Let's take a short break. We'll come back and dwell on this more. There's still a lot more to unpack. So when we come back, you tell us more about the gratuity, and we also highlight more concerns and worries that pensioners and civil servants have with regards to this scheme. And importantly, is who the scheme covers and how its operation should work by standard. When we return after the break, just stay with us. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. If you missed the first part of the conversation, get on Facebook now and get up to speed. So when we come back, you can ask adequate questions. Stay with us. Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That's the handle. Search, get on, like the page, go onto the live stream, and then you can watch all over again from the beginning so you are brought up to speed. I would open the phone lines shortly so we ask questions. I know a lot of us have a plethora of questions to ask, and my guest will definitely respond. But first, let me put this one forward. Before we went on the break, you had mentioned the gratuity. So what is happening with that now?
Okay, yeah. Well, I was trying to explain something about it. The pension, part of the challenges that the civil servants are also complaining is the issue of gratuity. Because the Pension Act not provide for gratuity, because the contribution covers both gratuity. So now, because of that, in our discussions in that meeting, I made it clear that government must provide for gratuity. And that was why government increased the initial 10% contribution to 17%. So the 7% can also cover up for gratuity payments.
And have they been paying that? Have they been paying that?
No, they have not been paying. We just finished this meeting now.
Okay.
This was something we just discussed last week Friday.
Okay.
The challenge is that some people don't understand this is a national law. It's not the messiah in the state. It's a national law, and it's compulsory. If somebody say they should reverse it back, are you reversing back for government to pay the 10% established by law? And government should forget about the 17%. So what are you reversing? Reversing to the old scheme that you have already transitioned to the new scheme. Because if you don't want the new scheme, why are you contributing your own part? You'll allow it to remain the way it is before. Let workers not contribute anything. Let us maintain what we have as the defined benefit. But you allow the worker to transit by beginning to contribute your own part. But you did not say anything. God, for years, it kept quiet. Government had refused to do their own part. And people have been living with the civil service without getting their contribution. When they go to the pension office, they only get their own contribution.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. You said something striking. So you're saying some of the retirees, when they go to the office, what they get is only what they contributed. They are 7.5%.
Yes, from the pension office.
They are not getting the part from their employer, which was supposed to add to it.
Not at all. Government part is not there. All these years, this is what have been happening. People have been losing their benefits, and they all kept quiet. I'm not a public servant. I'm from private sector. If that is what they want, if they agree, I will leave them.
So what are they asking? What are they asking? What are they asking for?
When people begin to dwell on ignorance is very bad. I'll tell people that the problem we have with African leadership is just ignorance. You understand? So, you see, this scheme, if you want the defined benefits, you would have let it be that we are on defined benefits. But how long can we be extending the evil days? People are paying their contribution. Government is not paying, and you're extending for how long? How is it good that people are dying? Even the one they say retirement benefit, they're not getting it. But if this was to be paid or was implemented, no civil servant today will be talking about retirement benefits, because no pension office or no PFA, the PFA, pension fund administrators, will have the right to any of their retirement benefits. They must process and pay everybody. Not all these bottlenecks and processes come looking for their pension, people dying. If you don't anybody in pension office that can help you fast track it, even pay some part of the pension fund percentage in order to get their benefit. So is that how we want our civil servants to live on? Up to now, people have died without it. Even death benefit, their beneficiaries cannot access it. Government fund, we can't access it. Many people that are left off recently, I've met one or two of them, they have complained. They only got their own, the government own is not there.
But you talked about bribing and trying to settle people so you get it, you get your monies. But that act, isn't it also a problem of the civil servants? Because, I mean, there are civil servants who are paid to man these offices, and they are the ones collecting money from their own fellow civil servants before they do a job that they are being paid to do.
Andrew, at that meeting, there was a lot of revelations. Not that I will come to tell you in this.
No, you have to tell us as much as possible. The people
but
need
I'm
to
telling
know.
you that let me tell you, even to provide of death benefits, beneficiaries, they could not provide for us that day. They could not provide list of people you have paid for the past years. There are 2 billion released every month. 2 billion last month. Where are the people? How much? Where are the list? It is not even.
But aren't civil servants the one occupying those offices? So how come they don't have the data? Is it that
there are the civil servants? I'm telling you, there are still civil servants occupying those offices.
So why are they doing? That's like shooting yourself in the foot. So they are in those offices. They are supposed to have.
Crying. They're not crying. This, for me, I feel very pain when I see all these patients. They come to my office. I see them, sort of my shit. I see that like my fathers. I put myself in their shoe. If you look even their heads start to say they're not even to move from the house. But even with their worst head status, they'll be moving, struggling how to get this thing. Imagine you retire 20 date, you don't have you cannot access their retirement benefits.
So now, from what you've said, the problem is not even about the pension schemes. Now they've done the contribution.
The problem is government part of fulfilling their own obligation. Then now, we need to, when government have agreed, we're going to fulfill our obligation. Paying the backlog from June last month up to the date they stop paying. With the current value, with current economic value of that amount, they will pay into every account with the investment interest, they will pay back. Then going forward, they'll be paying 17% of their own part. While workers will pay their own 8% as established by the law.
Who does this cover? Does it cover every civil servant or is a particular limit to
everybody in the payroll of the public service?
Whether you are 1 year to retirement, whether you are 2 years to... So does it mean whether you are 1 year to retirement, 2 years to retirement, it doesn't matter, you're all going to get from this agreement?
No, see, when the law came about, when it was amended,
yes,
2014, the law gave another 3 years
extension
for defined benefits
till June 30th.
So contributing pension.
Yes.
So to allow those who are very close to retirement to exit with the defined pension. But because of the leadership as of that time, they say that people are still, they look at what people are, based on their own wisdom. They like to extend it a little bit. It's not that 3 years. They extend it to June, up to June this year,
2025. Yeah.
Which last month elapsed. And also we are worried because many of the civil service servants we are putting compulsory retirement going because they see that the government have not been contributing and they are not sure of getting their benefit from this process. They are not sure of government paying. So out of fear and anxiety, they retired and they left. So when this information came, we have to go to the administrator and say, no, this thing can't continue. Let us find a solution away out of this thing. Okay. And which not only everybody, both all our unions, both NLC, TUC, in the public sector, we are all part of that meeting.
All right.
And in that meeting, everybody was given opportunity. So, and it was very clear to everybody that we need to move on.
Okay. Let's open the phone lines. I'm sure there will be pensioners, civil servants, listeners that have questions to ask.
Union, we are in that meeting too.
Okay. 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0007.